Now, Riley, you said you grew up in a Christian home. Um, so, did you ever struggle with your religion, or was there always like, you know your parents always guiding you the right way? Was there ever like a point in your life where you just felt like you didn't have a clear path of where you wanted to go, or did you ever have any doubts about your religion? Like maybe like, is this the right thing? Um, Maybe this isn't my religion, something of that sort. Because I know, I've had I've had family who like switches their religion. Sometimes because they're gonna marry someone from a different religion and they want them to convert, stuff like that. And then they live a great happy life. But I've also had, family members that like they regret it, and sometimes they're too scared to come back because of how they feel the community is gonna receive them, or they feel like they can't be forgiven. Have you ever had like a time in your life where you felt like you might want to switch religions, or the religion wasn't for you, or maybe if you had any questions about your religion that you didn't like, understand or comprehend?
Yeah, I think one of the most important parts of being a person of any religion is that you have to question your religion. That you shouldn't just accept everything you hear because people who say certain things may not be correct. Um, so yeah, there have been times where I've wondered, um, how does this even make sense? Like, how is there? Why don't we just explain it using science? Why don't we just be like, evolution created everything? And that was a big thing for me, especially. It's like, how do we reconcile science and religion? How do we make amends between these two uh, studies? One side says everything was created by God, and one side says that everything was created um, by natural forces or whatever. And it was difficult for me because on one side you have these very intelligent people in science, and on the other hand you have people who are also intelligent in religion, but that are discredited because religion is kind of dying overall as atheism rises up. Um, but that's the biggest thing that I've probably had to deal with, is how do you make an intellectual argument for Christianity? And after reading and listening to sermons and all that stuff, I eventually settled on the fact that they're not warring factions. They actually support each other. If you look at things objectively. But I don't think I ever considered leaving Christianity, but I think my my soul was less settled and less content believing at some points in my life than in others. But yeah, I don't think I've ever considered switching. And I think along what you're saying, a lot of that is probably because I grew up in a Christian home, and that, I don't want to say pressure, but the culture of my upbringing was very Christian. Um, and I praise the Lord for that, because perhaps if it wasn't, I could have gone off the rails towards a different religion. But no, I think God's been very faithful in keeping me within the boundaries of his I don't say love, because his love is endless, but within the boundaries of Christianity, while also being able to question what I don't necessarily have the ability to explain.